If you're looking for a business credit card and you have a single member LLC, you got to be very particular. You have to be very, very thorough about the strategy you put in place. Otherwise, you'll never be approved. Even worse, when you are approved, they'll just give you a small ass limit, and nobody wants that, right? You're looking for 4 digits. You're looking for 5 digits. You don't want to get approved for a business credit card and they give your LLC like 1,000 or 2,000. Okay, so this is really important. So here is the overview I want you to pay attention to. The very first thing you need to understand here is that if you want to apply for an LLC business credit card for your single member LLC, remember that you are considered a business. Even if this is a one-person show, even if you are a sole proprietorship, so to speak. I mean, you're not a sole proprietorship because a single member LLC is totally different from a sole proprietorship. But for all intents and purposes, you are a one-person show. It's only you. You are still considered a business. In other words, you got to have all the profile of a business. You got to have a phone number that you dedicate exclusively for business. You got to have an email address. You got to have an office. There could be a home office or whatever, but it has to be dedicated to the business. Okay. What I'm trying to say here is that you want to actually give the impression and the appearance of having a business, because if you don't, what's going to happen here is that if something were to happen, people like lenders and debtors in general, they'll come and sue your ass, and the court will actually vouch for them because you would have pierced something called the corporate veil. So if you pierce the corporate veil, you are exposing yourself and your personal assets to lawsuits. Okay, very important to to differentiate your personal affairs from the business's affairs. So if you want to apply for a business credit card, you need to choose what kind of cards you want. Are you looking for a cashback business credit card for your LLC? Are you looking for points for your LLC, single member LLC? Are you looking for miles? Are you looking for a 0% introductory APR? So what are you looking for? Okay. By the way, welcome back to the show. It's really, I'm having a ball right now. I'm having a lot of pleasure to have a conversation with you about this topic. Again, we're talking about single member LLC business credit card hacks. Okay, very important to have the right strategy, to have the right formula. So once you actually have, once you understand the different types of business credit card that you need to have, you want to check your credit score. You want to research your options. You need to submit your application. But I want to go a little deeper here. So here is the approach I want you to have right now. So the very first thing I want you to do here is to check your credit score, because as a single member LLC, if you are going to get a business credit card of your dreams, your credit score is important. Now here we are talking about 2 levels of credit score here. So we're talking about your personal credit score, and we're speaking about your business credit score. Those 2 elements are pivotal. Okay, and so for your personal credit score, that's very easy. You go to annualcreditreport.com and you get a copy of your report. You will have a chance to see at the same time what your score is, or even better, every month when you get your credit card statement. And nowadays, all credit card issuers do that. They give you as a convenience factor. They actually share with you your credit score. Okay, so for instance, if you have a Chase credit card, or you have a Discover credit card, pay attention to the paper statement. You will see at the bottom or at the top. It depends. They will put your credit score, and or even better, if you have the app, log into if you have the app, or if you can log into your account online either via mobile or just a regular computer, and you will see like there will be a section where they will tell you your score. So that's a good starting point. Okay. By the way, I just want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about single member LLC business credit card, EIN only, no personal guarantee. What are the hacks you need to implement right now to get the card of your dreams ASAP? So when we talk about personal credit credit score, things are a lot more straightforward, right? You can either go to annualcreditreport.com, or you can look at your credit card statement for clues about your credit score. But for your business credit score, because remember, you are a single member LLC, you are considered also a business, which means you might have a business credit score. Either you have an Experian IntelliScore Plus V2, or your PATRIKIOS score, or your Equifax risk score, okay, delinquency score. So all of those scores go from 0 to 100. 0 to 100 for the PAYDEX, but 1 to 100 for Experian and Equifax. So you want to check those. Now for Experian and Equifax, you have to pay for them though. But for your personal credit score, you have to, it's for free. But on the business side, you have to pay for them. Let me give you a few pro tips so you know exactly what to do if you have to get a single member LLC business credit card with EIN only and no personal guarantee. And I want to insist on the no personal guarantee aspect of things because, hey, listen, if you're a single member LLC, even though you're a business, you still have this sort of like, risk of people coming after your personal assets, which is like what should be your biggest nightmare ever, because something were to happen if they attack your personal asset. That's kind of crazy. You lose everything. Okay, so try to really avoid that. So what I want you to do here is you want to actually ask yourself, based on the state of the economy, banks filing for bankruptcy, the stock market going down, what is my industry doing? Like the industry I'm in, because I have a single member LLC, I have a business. The sector I'm in, is the sector on an upward trajectory? In other words, are things rosy in that sector, even though everything around you is kind of like gloomy? You got to ask yourself. So based on that, you got to research your business credit card options, because the thing is that the credit card that you need is not just because like you can't just choose a credit card based on what you want. You got to think about what you want in the general context of the economy. Because if you want rewards, let's say you want a cashback business credit card for your single member LLC, but based on the economy, banks are not really issuing this type of a cashback credit cards anymore. So you'll be really having a problem. So that's why you want to start from you want to do a macro analysis, macro with A. Then you go from macro to micro. So macro with A to micro with E. With the what am I talking about? I get it. You're gonna go from macro with A to micro with I. Okay. So the point I'm trying to make here is that you want to go from the big to the small. Okay. Think about the inverse sort of a pyramid. Okay. This is the same thing too. When we talk about you researching the business credit card options that you need to have, think about the company issuing the card. Maybe that's your bank. Maybe that's your credit union, or so you have to be very careful about that. And is the bank actually issuing the type of credit cards that you need right now? So besides the bank, the bank or credit union that is issuing the credit card, think about the type of business credit cards you really need, right? So I said this before. This could be cashback, miles. You want a lower interest rate. You want to look for points. Okay, what is it, and why do you need this particular now? What do you need this card right now? Is it because you just love having it, or you just need it for a specific reason, right? One thing we know is that even the Wall Street Journal came out yesterday and was talking about some professions like doctors, like architects, like consultants. They need to actually travel from time to time. Even if you're a doctor, you might need to travel. So because of that, the Wall Street Journal was saying that you might actually be better off having a credit card that rewards you for things like points and miles. Okay, so maybe that's your situation. Like right now, you're just sitting there. You probably have like based on your job, you need to have maybe you want to accumulate points or you want to accumulate miles. Or if you're telling me, hey, listen, I don't care about miles and rewards and whatnot. I just want to have cashback that I can redeem as a stipend credit or as pure cash, because I need cash. I'm trying to put food on the table. Look, my kids are starving. People are losing weight in my house. Like if you have more immediate needs, then you need to get a credit card that actually fits your specific situation, business wise, but also personally. Okay. And so besides the type of business credit card, you have to think about the interest rates. Now, interest rates are a result of the bank's decision, your credit score, but also the general state of the economy. What kind of actions are Federal Reserve, the Fed authorities taking? Are they bumping the main rate up, or they're just lowering the Federal Reserve rate, right? Because this is really important. By the way, I want to quickly once again remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about single member LLC, business credit card, EIN only, no personal guarantee. Okay, so how do you actually get that? And so you also have another factor you need to pay attention to is annual fees. Some credit cards, they charge you annual fees, but hey, listen, if you have the annual fee normally, The annual fee is supposed to actually, you're supposed to offset the fee by spending and by racking up benefits that will help you actually come out positive, come out like a winner. But just make sure you have enough revenue, you have enough incentive to spend in that specific category. Also, you can think about other like if there are financial features attached to the card, think about that too. So here are the steps I really want you to take right now if you want to submit your application for a single member LLC business credit card, EIN only, no personal guarantee. I want to assist on the no personal guarantee. I'll explain how to actually get the EIN only, no personal guarantee aspect later on, but I just want to say that the credit card issuer will need things like your business name. This will be the company's legal name and DBA if there is one. Normally, if you have an LLC, you don't need a DBA because your LLC must have a name. The lender will want to see your business address, physical and mailing if different, the business phone number, the tax identification number, the business type. Obviously, you're a single member LLC, so you're not a sole proprietorship or partnership or corporation. Okay, they want to know your industry. Are you in retail? Are you doing technology? Are you in technology, manufacturing, construction? This is important because if the economy is going through the yo-yo we have experienced in the last few weeks, this might actually scare a lot of lenders for, like a lot of credit card issuers for issuing credit cards to LLCs in a certain industry. They might want to know the age of your business. Okay, how long has the single member LLC been operating? They might want to ask you about the revenue, the current revenue and revenue projections or expectations, expenses monthly and or annual, personal credit score, typically looking for scores like around 600 and above, personal guarantee from the business owner and their partners, and your social security number, your date of birth, and whatever. So one thing I need to say here is that if you are trying to get your business credit card with EIN only, make sure you have a business plan. I've said this before, but it really works like crazy. It is a proven tactic. You want to have a business plan for your single member LLC business. You want to have a business plan. You want to have financial projections. They're also called pro forma projections. Pro forma financial statements. So you're going to have a pro forma balance sheet, a pro forma income statements, a pro forma cash flow statements, and a pro forma statement of owner's equity. Now, if you're a single member LLC, it's only you. So your owner's equity should be really pretty straightforward. Let me give you a bonus. I want to talk about why you should need a business credit card for your single member LLC in the first place. Because you could be sitting there and say, you know what? I'm just going to use my personal credit card. Like, it's only me in the business anyway. I'm just going to use my personal credit card, and whatever expenses I have, I'll just maybe at the end of the year, I'm just going to reconcile those expenses and transfer them onto my business, and I could just maybe adjust my QuickBooks, my accounting software as I go through the year, or I can do this every single month. Now that would be a big mistake because again, I spoke to you earlier about protecting your personal assets. So because of that, we need to actually separate your business affairs from your personal affairs. So you get a business credit card for your business, you get a personal credit card for your personal affairs, for your family, travel and whatnot. Okay, and so that's number one. Number two, you need to build a business credit. Because remember, you are a business. You are a single member LLC. You want to build your business credit so you can have, in addition to your personal credit score, that you can also have a business credit score. Number three, you are going to have more expenses. Remember, normally when we talk about a single member LLC, maybe you're not the only person in the business. You are the only person owning the business, but you can have a single member LLC with 1,000 employees, as a matter of fact. Because everybody believes that when you're a single member LLC, it's only you in the business. No, you can have 1 million employees, okay? Because you're still a business. You just happen to be owned by one person, by one member. And also, business credit cards are kind of cool because they come with financial tools that can work with your accounting software, saving you time manually when it comes to processing your credit card receipts, okay? So if you want to be approved for a business credit card for your single member LLC, just make sure you think about those elements I just gave you. in terms of business credit score, in terms of your personal credit score, in terms of in terms of the business plan, the financial projections, also the business licenses and permits. Okay, depending on the industry that you're in. Like if you're a doctor or a medical practitioner overall, you need to have certain licenses and permits that the state would have delivered to you, right? Let me just close to this conversation by actually talking about the business credit card that is right for your single member LLC business credit card, especially with EIN only and no personal guarantee. Now, that business credit card is basically the credit card that your bank, the bank with which you currently have a relationship, that the bank issues to you. And what you want to do here is that it's just a lot better to try to first court, quote unquote, whoop that bank. I'm using my words strictly well. I know exactly what I'm saying. It's like you have to go after a woman, boss. If you're listening to me right now, if you like, you have to actually charm her. You have to charm the bank. You have to explain to them why they need to actually give you the credit card. Now, if you have good credit, chances are you'll get the card. But if you want to bypass the PG and you want to have a card with no EIN and no personal guarantee, you're gonna have a lot of talking to do. Okay. And but the good thing is, if you have the right business plan, if you have the right financial statements, both actual and projected, if you have in addition to that, you have reports about your industry, like reports that are very satisfactory, that are very favorable to your industry, and you can show this to the lender or the credit card issuer for that matter, you will get your business credit card real fast. Okay. And don't forget to do everything at a branch. Don't forget to go to a branch. I want you to sit down and have a conversation with the credit card rep so they can actually tell you what the possibilities are. It's just a lot more efficient. I don't care what people say. Sometimes we say stuff, and there are some viewers who write in the comment section, "Yeah, you are lying because I was watching this other show. They said this, they said that." Hey, listen, we really don't care about what people are saying. We're telling you what we have seen working for our business clients. We're working for ourselves for the last 30 to 40 years. Now, if somebody does not want to believe, that's fine. We're not going after them. We don't have to force them to believe us. But hey, listen, I can tell you for a fact, everything I'm telling you here is 1000% correct. We have tested it. We have seen it in our own lives, like like my own situation. Been there, done that. Okay. I started out a couple of years ago as a single member LLC. Now, today we have a team. We have a bigger company. But hey, listen, everybody in the team started small. So everything I'm telling you, even though you really might be thinking, well, this is the first time I'm hearing this, you really want to make sure that you take it to heart and you apply them. You apply all those rules. You will be very, very, very happy. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, we just quickly talked about single member LLC, business credit card, EIN only, no personal guarantee. And I gave you an overview. I spoke about the approach you should have, the pro tips, the steps, and the bonus. Thank you. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous. Marvelous, marvelous, marvelous.